started off as a child actor, didn't you?
That's right, 9 years old. I went to Corona School with Francesca Annis, Dennis Waterman, Richard O'Sullivan, and Jeremy Bullock, and not a bad sort of school to be at the time.
No.
And Francesca Annis, yeah, as well. And one of my first ever. You come in, yeah. Take your boots off. Now, why are you late? You got a note? Yes. But whenever I'm at a party in London and somebody starts talking about Laurence Lilly, I worked with him. I always say, when Charlie Chaplin said to me, and they go, Charlie Chaplin? Right. I worked with Charlie Chaplin when I was about 9.5 years old in a film called King in New York. And he was a talkie, and he was a lovely man to work with, and I even suggested a bit of comedy to him. And instead of him flipping me around the ear saying, I'm Charlie Chaplin, I've written, produced, starring, and directed this film, he said, what's your idea of comedy? And I told him, yes, if we change it to that, then we have the idea of a comedy. So I've always remembered that over the years, if a kid comes up to me and says, have you heard the latest joke? Never turn them away. But Charlie Chaplin never turned me away. So,
one of my favourite Hammer horror films,
X the Unknown.
Yeah.
X the Unknown. That was, I think it was the first Hammer horror film. Directed by Leslie Norman's dad. Barry Norman's dad, Leslie Norman. And again, I was 9, 10 years old. Because my career started, TV was very much in its infancy.
Yeah.
So I did loads of movies. I did a film called The Weapon with Elizabeth Scott.
Right.
And X the Unknown, obviously, and with Dean Jagger, who was a big American star at the time. Dean Jagger, very big movie star. Lovely man to work with, went with the life. But we were shooting at 3 o'clock in the morning at chalk pits in Denham or somewhere. And the scene was, I was with a pal of mine, we thought this old guy turned into a vampire bat. So we were going to see if he turned into a bat. And I said, right, Willie, off you go, I'll wait here, and I'll wait for 5 minutes. And on the take, this hour, I went, make that 3 minutes. Well, of course, Leslie Norman fell up, cut, everybody, the crew are laughing. And instead of giving me a rollicking, he said, that is very fun, we'll keep that in, but do another take. Obviously, the owl won't hoop on cue. Yeah. I'll dub something in later. So that was me sort of ad-libbing in those early days. The next movie was The Weapon with Elizabeth Scott. And we did a scene, again, we were looking for her son who shot one of our gang with a gun he'd found in a bomb site and went into hiding. So we went to his house with my little dog to sniff out his school cat to see if we could find him. Now Elizabeth Scott, this beautiful blonde, husky voice. Oh. So we rehearsed the scene and she had a raincoat on. We were inside the house and we didn't think anything. Then Val Guest, the director, said, right, we're going to go for a take now. And she took her coat off and all she had was a pink bra, pink pants and a pink slip. That's all she had on. And I'd never seen a woman in her underwear before. Seen plenty since, but never seen it. And I'm 12 years old, 10 years, and I'm looking with my little pal, and we're just looking at her. And after about 5 minutes, she said, I think we better go for a take before these little boys grow into be men.
Doctor Who, it's a fact that you've done more episodes than anyone else who isn't a doctor. It's only around 3-4 doctors that have done more episodes.
Well, that's like Tom Baker. And,
yeah.
Well, somebody said, was it hard work? Hard work's going down a mine, or pumping out washers at 1,000 with ear protectors on. I seem to remember we did a few episodes, then we went on holiday for about 6 weeks in the summer, a few more episodes, had 4 weeks off at Christmas, a few more episodes in the summer. I don't remember actually thinking, oh my God, we are drained. I never thought it was hard work. There's a lovely story about the Mind Robber though. When we came in to see the Master sitting there, with Emrys James, all the things, and we came to his room and he's sitting behind the desk, beside it, he's the desk. And the floor manager said, we're by the door. Frazer, can you just come a bit closer to the desk? No, Patrick, stay by the door. You get Frazer a bit nearer the desk. That's not fine. You stay back there, Patrick. That's fine. A bit closer. I said, I can't come any closer. My wedding tackle's now resting on the desk. And Patrick's voice, yes, so's mine. That's in the beginning of the Tomb of the Cybermen. Patrick and I had the gag and we thought, if we say to Maurice Barry, can we do this? He'd go, no fooling around. So we waited till the take when we think Victoria's there and we go, come along Victoria, and we take each other's hand.
That's it, that's a classic
Laurel and Hardy. And we carry on with the scene. Maurice Barry was furious because it was such a long scene and luckily if a camera got in or a boom, we'd have had to do it again and they wouldn't have got the gag in. It was a lovely long scene and Maurice said, I've got to go again. And the producer said, no, I like that scene and I like that little bit of, we'll keep it in. So luckily, the rest of the scene went okay. Patrick and I got telepathic. I could look at him, he'd look at me, and go, yeah. And Wendy was wearing this little mini kilt. you know, and a pair of little white Mary Quant boots, and we looked at her. And I undid that bucket, he undid that. Oh, quick, it's our scene. So she dashed up, left her kilt behind, and she was in little white pants, little bra, and we were chasing her and throwing to each other. We dashed, she chased me into the church hall, and then the vicar came in, you know, and she went, "Good afternoon, vicar," and curtsied. What he thought we were going on. But
You've done some bits for the big finish.
my first one was Helican Prime, and I read the first 4 pages as Jamie, and I just did the doctor like, "Come along, Jamie, you know we're doing this." "Yes, yeah." "Oh, doctor," yeah. And they said, "Right, we're going to hear those 4 pages back, Frazer." And while I was doing that, I was going, I looked at the script, "And then Jamie, I wait a minute, yes, I Jamie." And Frazer, Nigel Frazer, "You sound like Patrick." I said, "Yeah, I'll just do it." He said, "Can you do it again?" Why? I said, "Well, I do this story with Patrick. I explain why I have this badge. Look at the size of that thing, doctor." When we did the 2 doctors, I'm supposed to be looking at the scanner. "Look at the size of that scanner, doctor." "Yes, Jamie." Now, on rehearsals, I changed it, "Look at the size of that thing." And John Nathan Turner said, No. It says in the script, "Look at the size of that space." And Patrick, no. Jamie, at the beginning of every story, says, "Look at the size of that thing, doctor." I go, "Yes, Jamie, it is a big one, isn't it?" Yeah. And that became, because when we did the original Evil of the Daleks, the Emperor Dalek was but taller than this room, with all these sphericals. My line said, "Look at the balls on that thing." And I couldn't say it. How can I say it? And the director was, "Oh, for goodness sake, stay, grown up, for goodness." In the end, we changed it. "Look at the size of that thing." "Yeah, yes, Jim." A bit of it, isn't it? So we tried to get this in as many times. And in the Seeds of Death, when we landed in that museum, and we didn't warn Padders, there was this rocket show. I said, "Hey, doctor, look at this." Yes, it is rather big, isn't it? So that's how it became, you know. So Nigel Frazer, going back to Big Finish, said, "Do those first 4 pages again and do it as Patrick." So I did it as Patrick. Went, "That's it, keep it like that." So now I always do Patrick. And David Richardson, the producer, I said, "You know I get paid for the..." "Yeah. I'm doing, if Patrick was alive, he'd get..." "Yes, Frazer, you're not getting 2 fees." So I get 1 fee. I said, "Well, I get the fee for playing Jamie, and I do Patrick's voice for nothing, because I'm keeping his memory alive for all the fans." So that's it. And because I admired and loved the guy, you know, and you know, I loved doing his voice and whatever. Mr. Moffat must have been really peed off that the fans were more excited about those 2 missing stories than the 50th anniversary story.
Yeah.
"Oh, good, we found 2 stories. Oh, good." Because when they first said, "Oh, they found Enemy of the World," and I thought, "Oh, an episode of Enemy of the World, an episode of the Web of Fear." But no, they found that, and it laid the truth to the story that I've always told, that in the Web of Fear, the BBC wanted to film at Covent Garden between 2 o'clock and 5 o'clock in the morning, when the tubes in those days closed. I think they still do, I don't know. And no, you can't. And that first episode went out, and the London Transport rang up the BBC and said, you've obviously broken into Covent Garden, and we're going to sue you. And they had to bring them to the set to show them the set. Nowadays, it'd be a green screen. It'd be just a green screen, and everybody's walking, you know, in front of like a screen like that on its green. Those set boys,
real crafts.
They had what they had to work with: chewing gum and string and bits of. Even the pipes are all higgledy-piggledy, like at the underground. Even the dead mouse in the corner, you know, things like that. They should have got special design awards. They would have done today, because they were brilliant at what they did and what they had to work with. The very first day I turned up, and I said, "Arthur," that was the name of the farm. I said, "Arthur, it's a long drive up to your farmhouse door." I said, "Well, Frazer, if it was any shorter, it wouldn't reach."
So you knew you were going to get on with him then?
Yeah. And we were always trying to help in the farmyard. And one day he has his cow. So where you take? He said, "I'm taking the cow to see the bull." I said, "Can I do that?" He says, "No, it's got to be a cow." It's a great sense of humour. Great.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Can we have a round of applause?